Did you know that the average person makes a purchase equivalent to an entire salary every 3 months? That's right. 4 times a year you spend the value of your complete salary on a single thing. That $4,000 online course you needed to change careers, that professional camera that was on unbeatable clearance, or that exercise equipment that was going to transform your health. Now let me ask you a question that's going to bother you. Of those last 5 big purchases you made, how many do you still use regularly today? How many were really worth it? And how many gave you credit card headaches for months? Oh, and here's an even more uncomfortable question. How many of those purchases did you plan for more than a week? If you're like 95% of people, the answer is almost none. Today I'm going to teach you a simple rule that could have saved thousands of dollars and a lot of regret in your life. It's the 1-5-30 rule. The 1-5-30 rule is straightforward. Never buy anything that costs an entire salary without thinking for 5 days and planning for 30. I'll repeat slowly, because this can literally change your financial life. If something costs the value of your complete salary, you should think for 5 days if you really need it, and then plan for 30 days how you'll pay without breaking your finances. Sounds obvious? Then tell me, when was the last time you did this? I bet you don't even remember. We live in a culture of buy now, think later. Black Friday, flash sales, last spots available. Everything was created for you not to think, for you to buy. On impulse, the entire system works against you. Social media algorithms show you what you want to see. Stores use ambient music to relax you. Websites save your card data so you can buy with one click. And the result? That terrible feeling of looking at your statement and thinking, how did I spend so much? Or even worse, why did I buy this? Even worse, you realize you spent an entire salary on something you barely use. How many people bought an expensive online course they never accessed? Or that professional camera stored in the drawer for months? Or that exercise equipment that promised to transform the body and became a clothes hanger? The 1-5-30 rule exists to protect you from this. When you see something you really want, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical as addiction. You get euphoric with that sensation of, I need this now. But how long does this euphoria last? Neuroscience studies show maximum 72 hours. After 3 days, all that anxiety starts to diminish. And after 5 days, you can think clearly again. Practical example. You see a programming course for $4,000. Last spots in the class if you don't sign up today, only in the next class in 6 months. Your brain screams, buy now! But you apply the rule. I'll think for 5 days. First day. You research the instructor, watch testimonials. Second day. You remember you already have 3 online courses you never finished. Third day. You realize $4,000 would pay for 8 months of gym membership. Fourth day, you don't even remember what the specific course area was. Fifth day, you're thankful you didn't sign up impulsively. That's the magic of 5 days. They break the neurological spell of impulse. It's like giving time for your brain chemistry to normalize and you return to making rational, not emotional decisions. If after 5 days you still want that purchase, perfect. Now comes the 30-day planning. In these 30 days, you'll methodically plan how to pay without destroying your finances. 3 essential questions. First, where will this money come from? Do you have it saved? Will you use credit card? An example. You want something for $4,000, installment in 12 times on a card that charges 12% per month. In the end, you pay more than $7,000. Second, what will you stop doing because of this purchase? If you spend $4,000 on a course, that's $4,000 that won't go to other priorities. Maybe you'll cancel that trip you were planning, or postpone changing your car tires, or not be able to help a family member in an emergency. Money is a limited resource. Third, does this align with your goals? Do you have an emergency fund? Do you have debts? If you don't even have 6 months saved, spending an entire salary on something non-essential is a recipe for disaster. It's like building a house starting with the roof. Real story. An acquaintance wanted to buy complete photography equipment for $6,000. He applied the rule, did the planning, and discovered he'd pay $8,000 in installments. He saved $600 per month for 10 months, bought cash, negotiated a discount, and saved more than $2,000. The 30 days aren't to prevent you from buying. They're for you to buy intelligently, and more. In these 30 days, you research deeply. Compare prices, read real reviews, discover better alternatives. How many times have you bought something and later found it cheaper elsewhere? Example 1. The Premium Course. A digital marketing course for $5,000 promises to transform you into an expert. Days thinking, do I need this specific course? Isn't there something similar cheaper? Do I have time to study? Does the instructor have real credibility? 30 days planning, research the instructor, talk to former students, compare with other courses, define how to pay without breaking the budget. Example 2. The Professional Equipment. A professional camera on sale for $4,000 to start your photography career. 5 days thinking, do I really need such an expensive camera to start? Wouldn't an intermediate one for $1,500 be sufficient? Will I really use it professionally? 45 days planning, research models, compare specifications, read reviews from real photographers, test in stores. Example 3. The Investment Opportunity. Day trading course for $3,000 that will teach you to earn $5,000 per month. Days thinking, does day trading work for regular people? Am I being seduced by promises of easy money? Days planning, research. Real day trader statistics, talk to people who've taken the course, understand the risks involved. Today only offer. Last units, unbeatable promotion. This is artificial scarcity, so you don't think rationally. Powerful technique. When you want to buy something expensive, write it in a list. Write what it is, how much it costs, why you want it. After 5 days, review the list. You'll be surprised by how many things you don't even remember why you wanted. I've used this technique for years. I have a list called Purchase Desires on my phone. I've noted an English course for $4,000, music equipment for $3,000, professional tools for $5,000. How many did I buy after 5 days? None. And today I think, good thing I didn't buy impulsively. This list saved me from spending over $20,000 on nonsense. Learn to say no to yourself. You deserve good things, but you also deserve financial tranquility and not to worry about money at the end of the month. You work hard for your money, so be smart with it. When you consistently apply the 1-5-30 rule. First, you stop making impulse purchases. That anxiety of need to buy now disappears because you develop financial self-confidence. Second, you save a lot of money, not just because you buy less, but because when you buy, you make superior choices. A client applied this rule for a year and saved over $15,000. Third, you develop real financial discipline, and this discipline expands to other areas: eating, exercise, studies. Fourth, you'll never again have that feeling of post-purchase regret. With the rule, every big purchase is carefully thought out. Fifth, you become a conscious consumer. You stop buying for status or social pressure. You buy because you really need it, and most importantly, you take total control of your financial life instead of being controlled by it. You become the protagonist of your financial decisions. The 1-5-30 rule is simple, but transformative. It's a tool that can revolutionize your relationship with money. Challenge for you. For the next 3 months, apply this rule to all purchases equivalent to a salary. Write down every time you feel like buying something expensive and rigorously follow the 5 days of reflection and 30 days of planning. At the end of 3 months, add up how much money you saved. The result will impress you. Next time you want to buy something that costs an entire salary, remember, 5 days to think clearly, 30 days to plan strategically. Your future self will thank you deeply. Tell us in the comments what was the last big purchase you made on impulse and regretted later. If this content made sense, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share with someone who needs to hear this. Until the next video, controlled money, peaceful life.